Did you know that self-confidence can be your biggest ally in achieving success? Napoleon Hill, a leading thinker on personal success, teaches us that self-belief is crucial for turning desires into reality. Hill argues that when we truly believe in our abilities, we are ready to implement a plan that will lead to success. In this topic, we will explore 7 key points based on Napoleon Hill's philosophy to help you understand and develop self-confidence. Each point offers a unique and practical perspective to strengthen your confidence and move steadily towards your goals. Point 1. Hill's definition of self-confidence. Have you ever felt an inner drive that pushes you to make decisions and act without hesitation? That's self-confidence. Hill gives us a clear and powerful definition of what it really means to trust oneself. According to him, self-confidence is not just a superficial belief that we can do something. It is a deep certainty that permeates every fiber of our being, assuring us that what we want to achieve is possible and that we have the necessary skills to do it. This conviction does not come from arrogance or an inflated sense of self-worth. Rather, it is a balanced and realistic understanding of our capabilities and potential. Hill emphasizes that self-confidence is the foundation on which all personal victories are built. It drives action, shields against discouragement, and provides persistence in the face of challenges. Imagine an athlete preparing for a major competition. Fueled by self-confidence, the athlete trains not only their body but also their mind. They see themselves crossing the finish line, feeling the victory before the race even starts. This vision is not just a wish. It is a certainty cultivated through preparation, understanding of their own abilities, and past experiences of overcoming similar obstacles. Self-confidence allows them to face the competition with a clear mind and a resolute heart, knowing they have done everything possible to prepare. Similarly, an entrepreneur starting a new project does so with similar self-confidence. They know the value of their product or service and understand the market. This confidence doesn't come from nowhere. It is built through study, consulting with experts, and most importantly, through past experiences of both successes and failures, which serve as valuable lessons. Hill urges us to see self-confidence as a plant that needs care and nourishment. It requires a positive environment, feeding on affirmative thoughts and staying away from doubts and negativity. Every achievement, no matter how small, acts as fertilizer for this plant, strengthening the conviction in our abilities and the path we have chosen. This idea is clearly reflected in the stories of many who have achieved extraordinary feats. Consider writers who, despite multiple rejections, persisted with the belief that their work would eventually be recognized. Or inventors whose prototypes failed hundreds of times before finally achieving a functional design. In each case, self-confidence was not just a feeling of hope. It was a motivating force based on a deep knowledge of their own potential and faith in the process. In summary, according to Napoleon Hill, self-confidence is that calm yet unbreakable certainty that we are capable, deserving of success, and able to influence our environment to realize our dreams. It is a force that comes from within, fueled by knowledge, experience, and reflection. As we progress in understanding and applying this concept, we can begin to see significant changes not only in what we do but in how we feel about our actions and the possibilities the world offers. This self-confidence is essential because, as Hill well knew, it is the first step towards any significant achievement in life. Point 2. The relationship between self-confidence and success. Self-confidence and success are closely linked, almost like two sides of the same coin. According to Napoleon Hill, success is not just a destination, but a journey that begins with a firm belief in our own abilities. This is not just a philosophical concept. It's a practical reality seen in the lives of many successful individuals who have made an indelible mark on the world. Take, for example, great leaders like Nelson Mandela. His confidence in justice and his ability to lead significant change in South Africa was crucial for overcoming years of adversity and eventually having a transformative impact on his nation and the world. Mandela's self-confidence was not only in his personal abilities, but also in his unwavering belief in the value of his ideals and the possibility of a better future despite discouraging circumstances. In the business world, self-confidence appears in entrepreneurs who start projects that seem impossible to others. Consider Steve Jobs, whose confidence in his vision of what technology could offer the world led to the creation of revolutionary products that changed the industry and how we interact with the digital world. His confidence not only drove his own creativity, but also inspired his team to reach seemingly unattainable goals. Self-confidence is also crucial in the arts. Think about artists like Frida Kahlo, whose work not only reflected her reality and pain, but also her firm belief in her unique voice as an artist. Despite numerous physical and emotional adversities, her self-confidence allowed her to express her inner vision in ways that resonated and continue to resonate with people worldwide. Science is no stranger to this concept. Scientists like Marie Curie faced great challenges and skepticism, but it was her self-confidence in her work and methods that eventually led to the discovery of radium and polonium, opening new doors in the field of science and earning her 2 Nobel Prizes. These examples show that self-confidence is not just about believing you can do something. It's also about persisting through failures and rejections, maintaining faith in oneself and long-term goals. Hill emphasizes that this confidence must be based on adequate preparation and a realistic understanding of our abilities and limitations. It is not about blind faith, but a balanced understanding of our possibilities. Self-confidence acts as a catalyst that not only motivates us to take action, but also attracts others to our cause. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence and purpose, and this attraction can open doors and create opportunities that might otherwise remain closed. In summary, according to Napoleon Hill, self-confidence is essential for success because it initiates the momentum towards action, sustains perseverance through challenges, and attracts the support and resources necessary to achieve goals. Cultivating a healthy, reality-based self-confidence is, therefore, one of the first steps anyone should take on their path to personal and professional success. By understanding and applying this relationship between self-confidence and success, we are not only improving our own lives but also inspiring and enabling others to follow their own paths with determination and conviction. Point 3. How self-confidence affects our goals. When it comes to achieving goals, self-confidence is more than just a sense of security. It's an essential tool that shapes how we set and pursue our objectives. Napoleon Hill teaches that self-confidence not only influences the kinds of goals we dare to dream, but also the energy and resolve with which we work to turn those dreams into reality. Consider a young athlete dreaming of winning an Olympic medal. This athlete might have all the necessary physical talent, but it's their self-confidence that determines how they see themselves in relation to their goal. If they firmly believe in their ability to compete and win at the highest level, they are more likely to commit to a rigorous training regimen, seek the best advice, and stay focused during tough times. Self-confidence allows them to visualize their success during daily training and, more importantly, when facing their competitors head-on. Similarly, think of an entrepreneur launching a new business. The intensity of their self-confidence affects not only how they formulate their business plan or negotiate with potential investors, but also how they handle inevitable rejection or failure. An entrepreneur with strong self-confidence isn't easily discouraged. Instead, they use these setbacks as learning opportunities to refine their approach and strengthen their strategy. Self-confidence also plays a crucial role in less competitive, but equally challenging fields. Take the example of an artist aspiring to exhibit their work in a prestigious gallery. Confidence in their artistic vision and technique might lead them to boldly present their work to curators, connect with other industry professionals, and persist despite criticism or initial lack of recognition. Even in everyday life, self-confidence affects how we set personal goals. Someone confident in their ability to improve their health may be more likely to set and stick to exercise and nutrition goals, despite obstacles or temporary setbacks. This person doesn't just believe that change is possible, they also feel capable of making the necessary adjustments to achieve a healthier lifestyle. Napoleon Hill emphasizes that self-confidence gives us the courage to set goals that truly reflect our deepest passions and ambitions. Without it, we might limit ourselves to goals we deem safe or easily achievable, forgoing aspirations that might seem too ambitious or unreachable. Self-confidence frees us from the chains of fear and doubt, allowing us to fully explore our potential. Moreover, once these goals are in place, self-confidence determines how we react to challenges. It's not just about having a plan. It's about having the mental fortitude to continue with that plan, even when circumstances get tough. It's the force that keeps us motivated and focused, reminding us that we have the power and capability to overcome obstacles and bring our aspirations to fruition. In conclusion, self-confidence transforms the process of setting and achieving goals by influencing our willingness to take on great challenges, our resilience in the face of adversity, and our persistence along the path to success. Therefore, cultivating strong self-confidence not only better prepares us for success, but also broadens the horizon of what we consider possible. By embracing this powerful tool, we open ourselves to a world of infinite possibilities, paving the way to achieve not just what we need, but what we dream. Point 4. Strategies for building unbreakable self-confidence. On the path to self-confidence, there are specific strategies that can transform our doubts into firm convictions. Napoleon Hill reminds us that self-confidence is built. It is not necessarily something we are born with, but something we develop through conscious and deliberate actions. Building unbreakable self-confidence not only improves our ability to reach goals, but also enriches our daily life, allowing us to face new challenges with a positive and determined spirit. One fundamental strategy to strengthen self-confidence is to set and celebrate small achievements. Imagine a writer dreaming of completing their first novel. By breaking this large goal into manageable chapters and celebrating each completed chapter, they not only move toward their final goal but also reinforce their belief in their ability to complete each step of the process. Celebrating small victories is crucial because it turns self-confidence into a series of real and concrete experiences rather than a distant desire. Another effective strategy is to surround yourself with a supportive environment. The influence of mentors, friends, and colleagues who believe in our capabilities can be incredibly powerful. For example, a young entrepreneur could greatly benefit from partnering with an experienced mentor. This mentor can offer guidance and practical advice and reinforce the entrepreneur's self-confidence by showing confidence in their ideas and decisions. This support can be the boost needed to take calculated risks and pursue bigger ambitions. Practicing self-affirmation is another vital tool. Positive affirmations, when practiced regularly, can change our internal dialogue from one that questions our capability to one that affirms it. Consider an athlete preparing for a significant competition. By starting each day affirming their capability to achieve and exceed their goals, they shift their mindset from uncertainty to one of strength and determination. This method reinforces a positive self-image and cultivates fertile ground for self-confidence. Continuous learning and preparation are equally crucial. Self-confidence arises when we know we are well prepared for the challenges we face. A musician, for example, gains confidence in their ability to perform before a large audience, not just by practicing their instrument for hours a day, but also by studying music theory, listening to other musicians, and performing on small stages to gain experience. This meticulous preparation ensures that when the time comes to perform on larger stages, the musician feels confident and in control. Finally, confronting our fears head-on is essential for building unbreakable self-confidence. This does not mean being reckless, but rather recognizing our fears and choosing to act despite them. An inspiring example might be that of a novice public speaker. By accepting opportunities to speak, even if initially feeling nervous, and by reflecting and learning from each experience, they will gradually transform their initial fear into solid confidence. In summary, building unbreakable self-confidence requires a multifaceted approach that includes recognizing and celebrating achievements, support from others, practicing self-affirmation, rigorous preparation, and bravely confronting our fears. Napoleon Hill encourages us to see each step in this process not just as a task, but as an opportunity to grow and affirm ourselves. By adopting these strategies, we not only strengthen our self-confidence, but also equip ourselves to live a more fulfilling and successful life, marked by the achievement of goals and overcoming challenges. Point 5. The role of visualization in self-confidence. Visualization is a powerful tool that, when used correctly, can amplify our self-confidence and bring us closer to realizing our dreams. Napoleon Hill highlighted the importance of visualization in the process of strengthening self-confidence, teaching that visualizing our goals as if they have already been achieved is crucial for turning those dreams into reality. This method not only motivates us but also aligns our daily actions with our larger goals. Imagine an Olympic swimmer preparing for the most important race of their life. Before each practice or competition, they close their eyes and visualize themselves executing the perfect race. They see every stroke, every turn, and feel the satisfaction of reaching the wall ahead of their competitors. This repeated visualization strengthens their self-confidence by solidifying their belief in their ability to perform the necessary actions to win. Similarly, consider an entrepreneur who is about to launch a new product. This entrepreneur can use visualization to reinforce their self-confidence by imagining themselves delivering a successful presentation to potential investors, seeing their positive reactions, and hearing their commitments of support. By doing this, they are not just dreaming of success but are mentally preparing their approach and responses, resulting in greater assurance during actual meetings. Visualization is also invaluable for artists. A painter, for example, might visualize their next exhibition in great detail: the layout of their paintings in the gallery, the reactions of the audience, enthusiastic conversations about their art, and the success of sales. This practice not only boosts their self-confidence by showing them that success is possible, but also helps them plan and execute the necessary actions to make that vision a reality. Moreover, visualization can be a useful tool in everyday situations that require self-confidence. A student preparing for an important university admission interview might use visualization to boost their self-confidence. By imagining themselves responding calmly and clearly to the questions, and visualizing an end to the interview where they feel satisfied with their performance, this student can effectively transform their anxiety into a confident and compelling performance. The effectiveness of visualization lies in its ability to program the subconscious mind, making it believe that success is already a reality. This process not only elevates self-confidence, but also adjusts our perception and actions towards achieving our goals. It's like mentally rehearsing for success, which reduces fear and uncertainty by making challenges seem more manageable and victory more attainable. Napoleon Hill understood that visualization is not just fantasy. It's a mental preparation that aligns our thoughts and emotions with our actions. Therefore, by cultivating a regular practice of visualization, we are not only enhancing our self-confidence, but also laying the groundwork for realizing our ambitions. This tool allows us not only to see the destination, but also to build the bridge to reach it, step by step, with steadiness and determination. In summary, visualization is crucial in the development of self-confidence because it acts as a mental rehearsal that prepares us for success. Through this practice, we can face challenges with greater clarity and purpose, and move forward with the certainty that what we imagine can, and indeed will, become reality. Adopting this technique not only strengthens our self-confidence, but also propels us towards the realization of our dreams with renewed conviction and an invincible spirit. Point 6. Overcoming obstacles with self-confidence. Self-confidence not only drives us to set ambitious goals and pursue them, but it is also crucial for overcoming the obstacles that inevitably appear on our path. Napoleon Hill always emphasized that challenges and setbacks are not only natural but necessary for personal and professional growth. The true test of our self-confidence is not how we act when everything is going smoothly, but how we react and adapt when things do not go as planned. Imagine an entrepreneur launching her first business. Despite her enthusiasm and dedication, she faces a series of financial and operational setbacks. Instead of crumbling under the pressure, her self-confidence allows her to see these challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. She analyzes each situation, adjusts her strategies, and persists with renewed determination. Her confidence in her vision and her ability to overcome difficulties guide her through these tough times, eventually leading to success. Or consider an athlete who suffers a severe injury. While some might see this as the end of their career, those with strong self-confidence view it as a temporary setback. This confidence is not baseless. It is built on a knowledge of their own resilience and a commitment to a rigorous rehabilitation process. Through their hard work and faith in themselves, they not only recover but return to their sport stronger and wiser than before. Self-confidence is also an invaluable resource in the world of the arts. Consider a young writer whose first manuscript is rejected by multiple publishers. Instead of succumbing to rejection, his self-confidence drives him to continue refining his work, seeking constructive feedback, and resubmitting it. Each rejection becomes another step on his path toward improvement and eventual success. In everyday life, we face obstacles that may seem minor in comparison, but which require a similar amount of self-confidence to overcome. For example, a young professional who is afraid of public speaking might avoid situations that require presentations. However, by facing their fear, preparing meticulously, and seeking opportunities to speak, they gradually build confidence in their ability to communicate effectively, thus overcoming their initial fear. This process of overcoming obstacles with self-confidence is based on the belief that we are greater than our problems and that we have the power to shape our destiny. Napoleon Hill teaches us that each obstacle faced with confidence becomes a stepping stone for our personal development. It's not just that we overcome challenges, we transform and grow through them. Furthermore, overcoming obstacles with self-confidence has a multiplying effect. Each challenge conquered teaches us that we can face the next one with even greater strength. This upward spiral of confidence and success creates a positive cycle that not only enhances our skills but also reinforces our self-esteem and our belief in our future capabilities. In summary, self-confidence is more than a feeling of security. It is an active tool that enables us to face and overcome the obstacles that stand in our way to success. It is the shield with which we defend our ambitions against the blows of fate and the sword with which we carve a path through difficulties. By cultivating and maintaining unbreakable self-confidence, we not only ensure our ability to overcome current challenges, but also lay the groundwork for future successes. Point 7. Maintaining self-confidence in difficult times. Maintaining self-confidence during tough times is perhaps one of the greatest challenges we can face. However, it is in these moments that our true inner strength and ability to persevere are tested. Napoleon Hill taught us that adversities are not only inevitable but necessary to forge the character and determination needed for success. Through self-confidence, we can find light in the darkest moments and transform challenges into springboards for success. Consider someone who has lost their job, an event that can undoubtedly be devastating. However, with sustained self-confidence, this person can view this loss not as an end, but as an opportunity to reevaluate their career and perhaps move in a direction more aligned with their true passions and skills. Instead of being overwhelmed by uncertainty, they use their self-assurance to explore new industries, acquire new skills, or even start their own business. Similarly, think about athletes facing severe injuries. Rehabilitation can be a long and painful process, filled with uncertainty about whether they will ever compete at the same level again. However, those who maintain their self-confidence not only stick to their recovery regimen, but also visualize themselves returning to the field or track stronger than before. This positive mindset is crucial not only for their physical recovery, but also for their emotional and mental well-being. On a personal level, consider someone going through a difficult breakup or the loss of a loved one. Maintaining self-confidence in such times may seem impossible. However, it is precisely this confidence in their own resilience that allows the person to overcome the pain and rebuild their life. By remembering their own strengths and capabilities and trusting in their ability to survive and thrive despite adversity, they can begin to see a future full of possibilities rather than limitations. Self-confidence also plays a crucial role in how we face global or community challenges. In times of crisis, such as a pandemic or natural disasters, those with strong self-confidence can lead by example, showing courage and a positive attitude that can inspire others to maintain hope and work together towards solutions. Their confidence can be contagious, acting as a catalyst for community change and recovery. Maintaining self-confidence in tough times does not mean ignoring the reality or severity of the situations we face. Rather, it means viewing these challenges through a lens of capability and possibility. It means remembering our past victories and trusting that we have what it takes to overcome current obstacles. This approach not only helps us navigate through difficult times, but also reinforces our self-confidence in the long term, making it stronger and more resilient. In summary, self-confidence is our most valuable ally in times of trial. It provides the mental framework to see beyond immediate difficulties and visualize a future where we have overcome these challenges. By cultivating and maintaining this confidence in ourselves, we do not merely survive adversity. We emerge from it stronger, wiser, and more capable of facing any challenge that life may throw at us in the future. At the heart of Napoleon Hill's philosophy lies an unwavering belief in the power of self-confidence, which is not only a tool for personal success, but a transformative force that can change our lives. Self-confidence guides us to clearly define our dreams, strengthens our determination to pursue them, and equips us with the resilience needed to overcome the obstacles we encounter along the way. By cultivating it, we not only improve our own lives, but also inspire those around us. Self-confidence begins with understanding what it really means to believe in oneself. As Hill teaches us, it is not mere unfounded hope, but a conviction rooted in the knowledge of our own abilities and meticulous preparation for the challenges we face. From setting goals to overcoming difficulties, self-confidence acts as a beacon that guides us, ensuring that our actions are aligned with our deepest values and visions. This confidence is not only crucial in times of tranquility, but becomes essential in times of trial. In those moments, it is the light that guides us through the darkness, offering us clarity and strength to see opportunities where others only see obstacles. The practice of visualization, in particular, is a powerful strategy that reinforces our self-confidence by allowing us to see success before it materializes, preparing us mentally and emotionally to achieve it. The true beauty of self-confidence lies in its ability to grow and strengthen as we nurture and use it. Each challenge we overcome and each goal we reach builds us up a little more, expanding our sense of what is possible. And in this growth, we are not alone. Self-confidence has a contagious impact, inspiring others to follow our example and pursue their own dreams with renewed vigor and hope. In conclusion, self-confidence is much more than a personal feeling. It is a communal force, a spark that can ignite the potential for change and achievement in all of us. As Hill has shown us, by consciously cultivating our self-confidence, we are doing much more than preparing ourselves for personal success. We are laying the groundwork for a future in which each person can reach their highest potential, not despite challenges, but through them. With every confident step we take, we are weaving a larger narrative, one that speaks of unlimited possibilities and the unbreakable strength of the human spirit.